Alright, we're back, and we're with this stiff here. So, every time you find a body, yes, there's going to be more bodies, but every time you find a body, it is a good idea to examine them. And what you do to do this is you look at things, you touch things, and you look at things with a magnifying glass.
You're tampering with evidence, Miss Bow.
No, I'm not. I'm solving mysteries, because that's my job as a journalist.
Why does this guy look so shocked? He looks like something terrible just happened.
Pippin has a glazed expression in his right eye, staring off into eternity. At least he faced death with his eyes open. From the look in his eye, it appears that Dr. Carter was surprised to find a dagger being inserted in his chest.
Why is he so surprised by that?
I don't know. His mustache is neatly trimmed. His nose appears to be undamaged. He does not appear to have suffered any blows to his face or nose. His ear is unharmed. His flesh is looking rather pale, as if he's not feeling very well. Perhaps it's because he's lost a lot of blood. Perhaps for the first time in his life, Dr. Carter's hair is in disarray. His mouth is gaping wide, showing you some fine dental work. This was a man who took pride in the appearance of his teeth.
Well, at least he died with a beautiful smile.
No, he's not smiling.
Well, I mean, at least a beautiful mouth of teeth.
Yeah. Pippin's shirt is immaculate except for a few streaks of blood. His tie is partially undone, which is something that never would have happened if Dr. Carter had been alive to notice it. Pippin has a flower in his lapel, but it looks quite innocent.
Lapel.
Lapel? Is that really how you say it?
I believe so.
I don't know. I don't wear that kind of stuff.
I don't either, but I'm pretty sure it's lapel.
A red fluid appears to be leaking out of Dr. Carter's chest wound.
Oh, they punctured his cherry smoothie.
Yeah, it's just ketchup. Dr. Carter seems to have suffered a severe trauma to his chest area.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a slight bulge in Pippin's jacket, as if he's carrying something in an inside pocket. Well, that's interesting. What is it? When you reach into Pippin's tuxedo jacket, you find a notepad in his inner pocket. So we take the evidence, because that's the responsible thing to do. Blood is coursing down the neatly buttoned tuxedo vest. His pants are neatly pressed, but there are streaks of blood and a damp stain.
Oh, that's going to be tough to wash now. How are we going to get these blood stains out of his tuxedo?
I don't know. Oh, we already did that. Okay, now let's get the magnifying glass. No cavities in his teeth. The tongue is arched as if to say, ugh! You're not sure if the gaping mouth means he was trying to scream, or that rigor mortis is setting in, stretching his face muscles. However, he has only been here a short time. Pippin isn't breathing, but you detect the smell of garlic on his breath. It isn't a pleasant smell.
What breath? If he's not breathing, how does he have breath?
I don't know. There are no signs of scratches or bruises on his flesh. This could mean that the murderer, assuming this wasn't a suicide, knew Dr. Carter well enough to get close and stab him without arousing any suspicion.
Well, I mean, he totally could have just stabbed himself with a knife like that.
Yeah, he's just having a bad day. Or it could just mean that Dr. Carter was completely taken by surprise and someone assaulted him from the shadows. I don't know, it looks like a suicide to me.
Yeah.
Really.
Case closed. He killed himself.
Although there are a couple of breadcrumbs caught in his mustache, they don't seem to be significant as evidence, particularly since you saw him eating bread at the party. There are no signs of scratches. Oh, whoops. His right eye is somewhat bloodshot, as if he's been working long hours recently and preparing the ancient Egypt exhibit for public display. Okay. His pupil is very small, which is either a reaction to bright light or to a sudden shock of some kind. His hair is a bit greasy, as if he hasn't washed it today. It has a slight smell of cigarette smoke, which is probably from the party. How about his ear? A closer look reveals that Pippin kept his ears very clean. There is a wide cut in the I can't talk now. There is a wide cut in the shirt fabric where the dagger sliced through to Pippin's chest. The cut is slightly wider than the width of the blade, as if it moved to one side after it penetrated his body. The flower is fake. It has no detectable smell. A tube runs from the back of the flower behind the lapel down to a squeeze bulb inside the vest. When you squeeze the bulb, a weak stream of water squirts you in the eye. He doesn't really seem like the kind of person to
He doesn't really seem like a clowny kind of person who would have a water squirting flower on his lapel, but...
Yeah, well, whatever. The jacket is free of blood, but there is a bluish stain on one lapel. A close look and a sniff at the stain makes you think that it's grape juice. Studying the location of the dagger wound and the proximity to the vest, it is safe to conclude that the blood on the vest is coming out of the wound on Pippin's chest. That rhymes! That's
Awesome!
so cool! From the smell of the damp stain, it appears that Dr. Carter was quite surprised by the stabbing. Now we get to touch him!
Oh boy.
Oh wait. A close look at the dagger reveals the words "Made in Pittsburgh" stamped on the part of the blade that is not buried in Pippin Carter's chest. To your naked eye, the rough surface of the dagger handle doesn't appear to hold any fingerprints, but that's something for the coroner to examine in detail.
Why doesn't Laura just take the dagger and put it in her purse?
I know, seriously. You don't want to touch this dagger. It's evidence, and you don't know where it's been. Well, it's been in the gift shop, but...
It's also been in Carter's chest.
You lightly touch the blood with your finger. It's wet.
Oh, really?
It feels fake. A bit of water trickles out from the center of the flower. You hear a disturbing gurgling noise when you poke Pippin in the chest. His flesh feels cold and clammy. His ear feels cold. It feels greasy to the touch. You poke Pippin's right eye. A tear trickles down his cheek.
Oh, you made him cry.
You poke him in the eye. His eyeball feels squishy. Keep your fingers out of Dr. Carter's nose. His mustache feels stiff. His mouth and tongue feel dry. His vest has a smooth, silky feel to it. Nice material. Heh. That would be highly improper, Laura.
Oh, because everything that Laura's done up till now is completely within bounds. That's
Yeah.
totally appropriate behavior.
Anyway, here comes Ryan O'Reilly. It is now, let's see, 8:15.
You scream like a banshee, lass. Did you kill the man then?
No, I just walked here and found him.
I suppose that would explain your screaming then. Did you see the murderer?
No.
Alright, I'll talk to you later after you've had a chance to come down. Just don't try to leave the building.
We made it to Act 3, guys. On the cutting edge.
Oh, that's so clever.
Yeah. Excellent work. Your father would be proud of you. Thanks. It's like they're interrogating. Having already interrogated the guests, Detective O'Reilly is now discussing the murder with the staff members as they leave the party. It would be best if you don't interfere.
But interfering is the only thing Laura knows how to do.
I know. This video is kind of running long. I hope I don't have to cut it short. Or cut it in two. But, oh well. Hey, black guy.
Oh, it's the token,
Token black guy.
Miss Boo, I'm on a lead. Dr. Carrington told me you could stay a while and talk to the staff. But I've got to lock the door, so just come in and find me when you're ready to leave. The C also has a key, but you don't want to bother him about that.
Thank you, Mr. Leach.
Hey, just be careful where you go. Whoop, we got upset at Quant's downstairs. See you later.
Notice that this is the only guy that doesn't have some weird stereotype. They can't because he's... Okay. Did you manage to learn anything from your interviews, Detective O'Reilly?
don't bother your little head about it, lass.
It's my job, sir.
This is an official murder investigation, Miss Bo. Do not be interfering.
Oh, I don't mean to interfere. I just want to know what's going on. Any leads so far?
Dr. Carter died as the result of someone sticking a gift shop dagger in his chest. What more do you need to know?
Well, for one thing, who did it?
Someone who didn't like him, that's my guess.
Brilliant deduction.
If you think that you can do better,
I can try.
Oh, wunderbar. Now we've got the amateurs involved.
I may not be a detective, but I'm terribly clever. I've solved murders before. You did not. You just witnessed them all.
just stay out of me way, lass, and don't destroy the evidence.
Certainly not.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like I barely have any time left, but we made it. So I shall see you next time, loyal viewers. So goodbye.
Thanks for watching.